Hi, I'm Dominic.
And I'm Ben.
In today's story, we will be looking at the Monument Mountain boys track and field team.
Mainly, we will be looking at the Pittsfield rivalry, the upcoming season, and the overall success of the team the past few seasons.
All sports teams at Monument are great teams, but this one has really stuck itself out from all the rest. With 5 winning seasons in the past 5 years, 3 of which were undefeated, there's sure to be a reason for their success. Now, maybe it's the coach, maybe it's the star athletes, or maybe it's just the perseverance through practice's hardest days. But we're sure to find out the main factors soon enough.
We practice hard, we go hard, and we win hard.
Do you see an undefeated season for the future of the team?
Well, I think it's possible this year. It would seem Pittsfield would be the one obstacle.
We got Ace. He just goes on and on and on, never stops.
If they improve, if each individual improves, then that's the best they could do.
All I feel like is that we are going to get better and better.
We decided to start at the core of the team with head coach Hugh McCartney, who has been coaching the track team here for about 21 years. Would you say that the track team is one of the most successful sports, record-wise, at Monument in recent years?
Certainly in my history, I don't have statistics, but since I've been involved, I can't think of a team that's been any better or record-wise. So.
What makes the track team unique from other sports teams?
For me, track is unique in that it combines all of the other sports. We've got football players and soccer players and cross-country runners and swimmers and hockey players and on and on. They all come together for track. I think that's what makes it unique. It's such a multi-faceted sport, and that's what really makes it fun. So yeah, I think it's the variety.
How do the practices contribute to the team's success?
Well, in a few ways. Obviously, there's the conditioning aspect of it. You have to have conditioning, and then you work on your individual techniques for different events. So I would say on 2 levels. One is, like I said, conditioning. You have to be there pretty much every day, and you have to be in shape. And then from there, for the more technical events, they need to work on technique, whether they're hurdlers or javelin throwers or high jumpers or long jumpers or triple jumpers. So if it's the middle distance or longer distance runners, then theirs is more conditioning. So for them, it's more a conditioning thing. But also, and then there's the part of the discipline to make sure you should be there. And we find, and it's interesting that I don't know that you guys always see this, but I know we as coaches have seen this a lot, and I have during the years I've coached, is that for some kids, like that's a big part of that's a social thing. They like being with their friends and they like doing that, and they really enjoy it. And a lot of times you can see people complain about how hard a workout is and whatnot, but for the most part, I think they enjoy being there.
Has the rivalry with Pittsfield helped Monument?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's been the best. Because every other team has gone down for various reasons, and the only 2 teams have remained talented, and so it's been so much fun. Yeah, it's really helped, I think, the program.
How do you think the team will fare against Pittsfield this year?
Based on what I know, I would say that we would be favorites this year because of what they've lost. But the one thing that you always have to be aware of is that Pittsfield being a city school, they have new kids coming all the time, and so they might not have somebody that we didn't. They might have somebody we didn't know about. But I would have to say, if we have the same team coming back from last year, and they lose a bunch of things, we should beat them. But I wouldn't guarantee it.
What do you think contributes to the success of the team?
I think success breeds success, and I think, like I said, when we started, actually when I started, the Monument School population was bigger than it is now, and yet we only had 15, 20 guys, and it just got bigger and bigger, and then finally they started winning, and like the word gets around, and kids like to be part of a winning tradition, and it just got more and more to the point where it's now sustaining itself. We don't worry anymore about we're going to have enough to cover all the events, and with that has come success, and that's what it takes. And some of the guys in history, Drew Wignicki, Artie Gennari, Otis Wilson, they helped a lot because guys saw them. Artie was a two-time state champion. Otis was second in New England in the triple jump. Drew was second in Massachusetts in the mile, and the younger kids see that, and it just keeps going from there. So once you get it going, it pretty much sustains itself for a long time, and it has, because those guys that I mentioned, Otis, I think it was only my second or third year, so it's been quite a number of years.
And McCartney was correct. During the legacies of the boys McCartney mentioned, 10 of the 17 records were broken between the years of 1995 and 2001. Those records consisting of 100-meter sprint by Otis Wilson, 200-meter sprint by Otis Wilson, 400-meter sprint by Jason Burkle, 1-mile run by Drew Wignicki, the 110-meter hurdles by Ezra Anderson, the 800-meter sprint by Drew Wignicki, shot by John Heaton, pole vault by Ben Utinas, most points in a season by Otis Wilson, and the 4x800 meter relay by Caleb Parsons, Brett Shepard, Mike Powers, and Drew Wignicki. Another 2 records are still held to: javelin by Robert Maniel, discus by Noel Ochman, and the remaining 5 are now held by 400 meter hurdles by Dylan Roy, high jump by Artie Gennari, 2-mile run by Brendan Smith, 4x100 meter relay by Daryl Tenney, Dan Smith, Nick Cardillo, and Mike Powers, 4x400 meter relay by Jordan Storty, Dylan Roy, Nick Mazziero, and Andrew Ringler.
We had a few members of the team talking about the season, the success of the team, and a few key athletes for this year. Here's what they had to say. How many years have you done track, and what made you want to join?
I've been doing track for 3 years now, and this will be my 3rd year. And I'm returning, or why I joined was because I really like running, and I want to be on a team with all you guys. I really love the sport.
This will be my 3rd year. I've done it 2 years before. My friends got me into it.
I did track for 4 years, and I wanted to join because I like running, and I did cross country, and a lot of the same guys did track, so it made me want to join.
This will be my 4th year. My sister did it when she was in high school, and I guess it just seemed like something I would be good at.
Why do you think the track team have been so successful these last few years?
For the past few years, we've been so successful because we train harder than every other team, I think. We work harder. Yeah.
We practice hard. We go hard, and we win hard.
The track team has been pretty successful because there have been a lot of talented kids on the team at different events. And all the coaches, especially Mr. McCartney and Mr. Naventi, they've both been really helpful, and they really know a lot about track.
Probably mostly because everybody really comes into the track season in pretty good shape.
What are your expectations for the team?
This year, my expectation is probably undefeated. Okay.
To win again, and win some more.
Okay.
And if that is not good enough, he will win one more time.
Okay. I think we're gonna be really good, personally, because we only lost like 3 or 4 guys, yeah, maybe, like something like that. And last year we were good. We have a really young team, so I bet we're gonna hopefully go undefeated.
How do you think this team will compare to previous ones?
I think this is going to be the best one out of all our previous ones. Yeah.
I think we'll be pretty good. All I feel like is that we are going to get better and better.
Yeah.
I bet we'll be, if not the same, if not better, really close to what we were last year. But I'm pretty sure we'll be better.
Do you think that the new lacrosse team would pose any threats to the team's members and potential recruits for this season?
Ha! No. My answer is no.
Okay.
And I believe that because the lacrosse team, never mind.
Definitely recruits. I think a lot of freshmen are going to do lacrosse, but returners, I don't think it's going to take anyone away.
I think there may be, but I also think that there always is something. And when I first started, it was spring soccer, and then it's been rugby, it's been bowling. So there's always something, and you just deal with it. And we have a big enough program now that we can pretty much absorb it in terms of numbers. You hate to lose kids, but it's a fact of life.
I feel like the kids that really like track will stay, and like that really care about it. I guess it'll take like the weaker links out of the track team, but I feel like it won't really affect us that much. I feel like it's a lot of the freshmen that do it.
What do you think is the biggest contribution to the team's success? I think both the coaches and the kids obviously make the team very successful because the coaches know a lot about what they're talking about, especially Mr. McCartney and Mike a few years ago. And all the kids are really talented and work really hard.
Well, I'm not a runner, I'm a thrower, but I do see the runners practicing, and hell of practice. And throwers practice, it's pretty rough too. Get some good conditioning in, work on, lift some weights, throw around the med ball, work on technique, pump that iron.
In your opinion, who are going to be the key athletes for the team this year?
Nick Masiero, Jason Laramie, Chris Peretti, certainly, Ace McAllister, Dominic Roy. Oh yeah, Mike Gillespie certainly, yeah. Connor, yeah. Connor. Without the list in front of me, it's kind of tough to fit. I'm probably missing some. I hate to miss somebody, but let's go through the events. Oh, Yuri Ken, Eitan, his brother, lots. Corey Leonard, Jesse Dupont.
What are your goals for the team this season?
If they improve, if each individual improves, then that's the best they could do. It doesn't. I've never looked at winning Western Mass or going to states or winning the league or any of that. You have to look at if everyone improves, and if they do, then that's success.
Can you explain the concept of Saturday Ultimate Med Ball?
Ted Collins and I, we coached together for 9 years, and I don't remember ever sitting down and saying let's play a new game called Med Ball. But somehow it evolved. We wanted something. It was hard getting guys to come to practice on Saturday, so we wanted to do something, and we started to do that, and it just grew from there, and they liked it, and it's been successful in getting guys to come to practice on Saturdays. And I don't think there's any better one activity that can be as good for conditioning as med ball. All the moving around. If we could ever, and we should, but we never have, if we could ever calculate how much you guys run during a game of med ball, and not to mention the plyometrics, all that kind of stuff, hills, all that, it's amazing. It's amazing. And like I said earlier, luckily we stayed injury-free with med ball because it can be crazy.
And do you see an undefeated season for the future of the team?
Well, I think it's possible this year. would seem Pittsfield would be the one obstacle, and unless all those other teams did a massive recruitment, or unless we fall apart completely, or unless everybody gets injured, I think it's realistic to think that. But I certainly would not guarantee it. But I think it's a good possibility. Yeah.
Chances are, whatever you think is a reason for the track team's success is probably a factual reason. With all but one record for the track team under McCartney's influence, he could be the main key.
But maybe it's the team spirit and tradition of winning that breeds the success. Or perhaps it's just that the boys on the team are good at running regardless.
Their success won't be pinned to just one factor, and that's probably the biggest reason that they're successful.